Yeah, I'm Bertrand, a student at Kepler University, and I'm in the foundation year program. So today, I want to tell you a very fascinating story. So it is not later than 2018 that I came to find out that success is a long process. So it is struggled for, it requires determination and patience. So I remember Sunday morning 2018, where I was wandering in the road as if I were crazy. I remember the day was so sunny, the ground was burning, and the lizards was sunbathing. So while I was wandering as if I was a sweet child, I met a friend of mine called Linda Road. So this one told me a very fascinating story, or he gave me very good news. So he told me that the TEMI program was looking for senior 6 leavers to attend that TEMI program. Then immediately, together with Linda, we went back home to bring these requirements that were being needed for, because we had to post them. Then we went back home, we took those school report cards and other required documents, and then we brought them back. Then when I arrived there, I was surprised. I found 100 of students there. For me, I thought that they had spent a sleepless night. Then we were all lined up. For me, as I could see, we were like soldiers, like working soldiers, ready for going for a peace building trip, maybe in Central Africa or in South Sudan. Then, just we aligned. Then each and every person was interlinked just to depose the documents. It means that we were checking all those documents for their appropriateness. Then they checked them. I also entered, and then I deposited them, and then they really appreciated those documents. Then we went back home, but very confused, I'm afraid. So not later than the following day that I got very killing news. Really, they were telling me that my senior 5 school report card was not stamped. Really, hearing those news was so bitter. It was a bit like being beaten by a venomous scorpion. I asked myself, really, what to do? But let me tell you something. I was not really surprised, because the same thing had happened to me before. I remember, when I was in senior 3, of course we were led to deposit the school report cards for us to be able or to be allowed to sit for the ordinary national exam. Really, they told me that my senior 2 school report card was missing. Please, I got so surprised, and I really fell down. I started crying like a little barking dog. Then the headmaster saw me where I was lying on the ground. Then he asked me, Bertrand, what's about you? Really, I could not get the courage to tell him each and everything. What I was only able to tell him was, Mama, sir, I was going to fail. Fortunately, my friend teacher was around, and he told the headmaster each and everything about me. Then immediately, the headmaster ordered the teacher to complete another school report card for me. Then he completed it, and I deposited all the school report cards. Then when the exam came, I passed it well. So it means that for me to hear that news, that my senior 5 school report card was not stamped, it was not for the first time. Of course, for the first time was that my school report card was missing. But now, my school report card just was not stamped. It means that it was just like the same story. Then I remember, so nothing else I had to do about that, but it was only to go back to school to make my school report card stamped. I remember early in the morning, I woke up, I took the basco, I loaded it very quickly. I was as fast as the flash. Then I arrived at school. Fortunately, I found the headmaster there. I counted him what had happened to me, and the headmaster did not delay just to stamp my school report card. I can tell you, I didn't even take a second of rest. Immediately, I went back home, and then the following day was time to deposit my school report card. I woke up in the morning And then I arrived where I had to post this school report card. And the chance that I got, the one who received my school report cards, I found him there. Then, when he saw me, he asked, "Hey, Bertrand, are you back with all the required documents?" And I said, "It's okay." Then, the checker just observed my documents. And they saw on my school report cards, there were very brilliant marks. Then, really, he laughed. And they said, "Please, Bertrand, now it's okay." Then, I went back home, being happy, but also confused. Because of what? Because there were so many students who were skilled, and they had deposited very smart school report cards. Then, next day, it was time for publishing those ones who had to attend the program. Then, I came, I found all the students were there. Then, I looked on that publication, and I was happy to see my name appearing on the first level. I was the one. I was number first. I was number one. Then really, I felt so happy, so pleased. I can't even describe how I feel it. Then really, I attended the program for 3 months, and I passed it, and I got a very good certificate. So let me tell you something. When luck comes, so they come a lot, even unexpectedly. Shortly after having completed this ITEM program, Kepler Kigali set foot in the camp. Then I deposited each and everything. Then I sat for the exam, I worked, and I really passed it, having no any single difficulty. Shortly after, let me tell you something that what happened. I got an email from Kepler saying, "Congratulations, you've selected as a Kepler student. Therefore, be ready to attend the admit day." Yes, I said, yes! I said, wow! Man, it was so uncontrollable. Then my grandbrother was around. Then he asked me, "Hey, Bertrand, what is going on me?" Yeah, I said, "Do you know what? I've got a message saying that I've been admitted." Man, it was so uncontrollable. Really, after hearing that email, I headed for the bed. I went there in my bed. I slept. I remember, I slept like a little baby like that one of 1 year. I slept that day, even the following day. Man, really, that's why I would like to tell you today. As I've told you before, starting this story, so success is a long process. It requires determination, it requires patience, and it's really struggled for. For me, I thought that I would not attend the ITEM program, but I attended it. I thought that I would not sit for the ordinary level examination, but I did. I thought that I would not pass the Kepler exam, but I did. Meaning that, where you think that your life is over, it is where the response is. Only work harder, aim higher, and keep the rest for God. Thank you for listening to me.